and the same way so they get we live on the internet on www.democracy.sl. Me na Adeyemi Jackson, where they bring this edition of the program Midday Show can to you. Like all time inside the program, we get plenty news, information, and reports and other things. So continue for there with me for the next 1 hour. The program na Midday Show. And today is at the program, we go look at the country status of education. Now we go look at the status of education now the country, and the expected gentlemen them we they go come out from the civil society world for can give their own perspective, but within the makeup of the state of education now the country. The program na Midday Show. You can be part of the program by way go send message to the number 077-981-981, 077-981-981, or you go navigate the Democracy Facebook page. Also, you go follow the program live. Drop a question or comment on the issue we discuss inside the program today. The program na Midday Show. The program Midday Show they continue, and inside the program now we start for look at issues them outside the public relation officer now the Salon Maritime United Boat Owner Association Mohammed Kamara say one part the challenge them way then they get for give safety measures them now that's passenger they're not in grief for wear the life jackets them where they can get to them. Mohammed Jallo talk this inside one interview with Radio Democracy for sake of the challenge way that they get during this festive season. A talk more to we reporter Janet Masako inside this interview.
We dey na this boat terminal for complement the effort of the ferries. When the ferry left, you know say na crossing points. As the ferry they go, you know say there's a breakdown of 2-3 hours before the other ferry they left. And this na crossing point. They go so far the northern province, Gambia district, the Potloko district. People then they where they in haste, and the one where they fly, the one where they go walk na airport, the one where they walk na Potloko. People then they will not go able to wait for that 2 hours for the ferry, and for them people they are for complement that effort they've crossed.
Okay, so looking at the angle we are in, una dey so for sure say things work fine. This now festive season, how una feel say passengers then can come and go in a peaceful manner?
As some of we don't take this work here for me with job, and then we they take we leave, and then they pay school fees and employ some youth them as they see safety in our optimal concern. We got jackets for the people them, and we make sure say only seaworthy boats, registered boats with Sierra Leone Maritime Administration, they apply this route, and we'll make sure the people their communication they win 6 miles for let people then cross safely as nothing.
How many people then can in the inside a boat or a speedboat?
We get government officers then we there for complement them and then back the effort. Government send police, government send maritime regulators them. Now then they regulate we. All boats get incapacity, acquired capacity from Sierra Maritime professionals them where they inspect boats, tell you say this boat now 10 passenger they load, now 5 passenger they load. So we go strictly according to that condition we then give it.
So what if person can with boats for the first time maybe give on which show now without register to?
Nobody, no boat will not go put up a schedule now we register with the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration, well certified, seaworthy, will not go allow for make it run away outside.
Who then really in charge of this particular boats then, this boat and umpire as well? What do you think be some of our challenges there as people don't they work here?
We get a lot of challenge. Number one, as common Sierra Leoneans though. You can even give jacket to somebody unless you bring police to them for make you wear them. So as they see we head and they ask, where the jacket? Where the jacket? We make sure say you wear jacket. And 1, 2. As you know say for now machines then don't too expensive. We get challenge with machines then although we don't mind if your machine not good, we make you rent you company machine, but we ask government if there's any way we then go assist as we don't they do with other journalists the way they carry as na higher purchase stuff they do small as they do like fishings and other parts them where they give them machine and other type them. So now we challenge them down and the machines them very much expensive. Now it's 100,000 for that.
So some months back government issued out some jackets there. na different side there. So is it that they not be good now?
We thank God. We get now make an call and as challenge. Now make if I be call as challenge, it look as if waiting them been do for we will not ever appreciate them. But since you don't call me attention, they we tell government thank you. So far we there they been give 200 jackets as part of social corporate responsibility for the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration. We thank government. We thank the Ministry of Transport and Aviation. We thank Sierra Leone Maritime Administration.
But looking at the capacity we say, you can get limits. What if speedboats or pampa over full that day?
We not go left here. We not go agree. Any boat where they see, that's why manifestation day. Governments they always make sure that the professionals them waiting and don't tell you where they go inside your boat. Now you for put today. The wait where you for put today. Now you for put today. They know they allow not to we serve the boatman them. The government officials they where they are because now their own job. If possible risks your job, you they do it at your own detriment. So they know they allow. We serve not they allow because if anything happen because of overload, the more weight they upon us. Government they can't we other people then they can't we for ask we how it happened. And we not like that. They will not contribute to them. We not like for go now any side for make they ask me why this happened.
Finally, what will be on the message to passengers waking on board? They not wear jackets. Then so the drivers and sometimes we can drive. Because people can look at and say it's very challenging for me persons to go inside water. They go and speed. So as possible, then I ask you, advise and encourage what? And so the government, what you want me the government do as well.
First of all, the government not they allow, not to we, because we now workers them. The government not they allow nobody for ride boat or speedboat. We're not to certificated toxwin with license. Then they know they be, and not they ever be. And we get people the way they check the machine where they move with before a bath. Whatever happen, we they get challenges that because let us say this water is dirty. On the road going plastic they wear power propeller. As you break small and 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you pull the plastic or rope them and the machine. So number one, we they beg all the one them we used for throwaway, then just be them inside the sea, let them desist from them. We they also beg for passengers them, the jacket not for them, not for we the boat owners them. If government don't give you, we say don't can give you for make you wear your jacket, please. We they come down to our knees as the passenger then we boss them. If they're not we no get money, we they beg for their own safety. If they are alive, then go continue for giving money for.
The program na midday show in the country live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. That na the public relation officer, na the Salon Maritime United Boat Owner Association, Mohamed Kamara. They talk to Janet Masako inside the interview. They also say one party challenge them way that they get for ensure say them put safety measures them, and that most passengers the way they give life jackets to knocking grief for wearing. The program na midday show as I mentioned earlier. Today inside the program we will look at the status of education na the country as this BNTM network movement for youth and children's welfare salon together with ActionAid and other body them be organize a conference so that they bring different stakeholders them in the country for look into certain things them we don't they happen and waiting some of the things that we responsible for the poor standard of picking them now public education now public exams and also waiting responsible for the poor standard of education in the country. And today for can talk about the conference and waiting they be able for pull out from that conference they make a get Ajiba when are the coordinator network movement for youth and children's welfare salon way now one party organization then we come together for CC the oldest conference. Good afternoon, welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother Fambulem. Good afternoon.
Okay. Also, I get Alpha B. Barry, we na team lead for community solidarity to improve life, and also now be one of the participants and also member for Education for All Coalition, and they work with different schools. Them we be the part of this conference. We go can give in your perspective, but we in makeup of the conference and out them as organization where they work with teachers and schools. Them they go ensure say waiting them pull from this conference before implement. Good afternoon, welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, Mr. Moderator. Thank you very much. We're happy for their share perspective on the outcome of the conference.
Okay, let's come over to Ajiba, we are the coordinator, Network Movement for Youth and Children Welfare Salon. Una work together with ActionAid and other body them for say they on all this conference. Let me start. What to bring the idea for all this conference?
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, Fambugo recall that early this year, serious conflict been we make the SLTU being decided for go on strike, where they may close schools them. And one of the reasons where they may close school them, they've been tagged and say na issue of subsidy. Then second, one of the main one, then say they pull 4,600 teachers in the list. We that will be really alarming, and school them being closed across the country, all public schools. So that being make the ActionAid, the executive director, been called on we in a network movement for teachers, we have all the work on education, for see how we go mobilize stakeholders with the work on education. You know, stakeholders from the Education for All Coalition, the CSO does on education, the national platform on social accountability, they all work on education. So for all being together, we discuss frankly what are the problem will lead to this kind of situation where they are Sierra Leone. So we got a meeting day on August, actually the conference room. We going to talk frank talk, serious frank talk. SLTU talk the own side and challenges, other CSOs then we work on with the Ministry of Education, back talk the own. We all talk, bring on the issues them. And right now, just one game day, now 2 hours meeting will be called. The end of teaching like 4 hours. So once we discuss, we bring up the recommendation, say we forget a conference, a national conference, where talk behind person back, make it day. We talk about stakeholders under the Ministry of Education for day, the Teacher Service Commission for day, because each of teacher come inside. The SLT, not just the PRO be there at the meeting for day, we make the presidency same day. So all them key stakeholders, they don't bring come at the ground table, a whole day conference. No we talk, no blow my no fair solution. So that now lead na the background will lead to that national conference. Now we call and say the conference now a deep reflection on Sierra education, the outcome and the challenges that we go inform action. So when we make bring California, we not only bring Western Nigeria, no, we go right down all the districts involved. So when we talk about education problem as alone, now Western Nigeria, we similarly go happen with education problem, they happen abroad, all the regions. So we bring in everybody. So that are the background you ask me. So this now from the background, so at least we go for make say we charge them. Of course, blame can be a different way. Then they blame to this the SLTU say they blame to the other shared students, to education partners, them to even some donors they say we don't expect. They all name them come inside. So they are also part of the problem. So that make the conference. And the conference, it bring come really the partners and I don't talk about the outcome because by we will talk about the outcome much.
Okay.
But
we will come look at the outcome of the conference. Again, you say the conference na a reflection for look into the current state of education.
Yes.
Now the country and waiting responsible. And different stakeholders that we present in that meeting, they give their own perception.
Yeah.
And one key stakeholder na SLTU, the Sierra Leone Teachers Union.
Exactly.
What are some of the things and way SLTU say responsible for maybe the poor standard of education?
Well, first of all, like I tell you, background inside the meeting will be get in action. We bring out to the conference. Then they make the blame game say the decision will inform the suspension of 4,600 teachers them from their salary. Not involve them much because the process begin before they take the decision. So that involvement participation is one big key. But later on, we can understand, say, then they part of the participation, but the only thing was, they said not cool to some information, meaning a lack capacity. One, a database for all the teachers them. They're not privy to them, they don't get them. So now big challenge will become we say, well, look at the conferences now. So, we only talk about the problems the ghost teacher they cause, but what will lead to the ghost teachers? So one thing the capacity even they said to be able to get from one teachers all over. Maybe now subvention they receive. We got mention that 10,000 teachers will get now list. So the pay from this 10,000 from the agreement when they get to the whole account. But we say that 10,000 they no them. Who said them which school that be a big challenge for them. So that one big thing. But the one thing we see clearly is the process been begin where it be so fair because if we said the part of farm, the process will verify the teacher then performance, the teacher availability. But one thing was clear, some teachers will make a lag at that because what you make when I say for appear, it's about the same thing we don't happen, another appear. So because of that, we don't have a World Bank, we don't have partners. You know, this will continue forever. If these people really appear, they don't stop here. No government not pay them people, no pay them. So that will make them put pressure on government take the action. So now, deep in crisis, so now crisis upon crisis. So we reflect on it now, hide because the TSC, there's a big young challenges them. So everybody get challenged. So I make the reflection is about identifying the challenges then they. Some negotiation are minor, but not a minor because challenge. Because for me, and I say now, SLT not get the capacity for know all the members them. They don't get the database. Lots of them get the database now. Therefore, we improve on teachers and welfare more than what they are on this now. When I want teacher die or maybe one teacher get issue, go report. No, they don't get information, then go reach out to teachers. So that's one of the things they will look at.
Okay, continue for this me now the program. In name na Ajiba and in the coordinator for network movement for youth and children's welfare salon. Continue for the with me at the program. Come over to the other studio guest when Alpha Bibagi, team lead for community solidarity to improve life, and also now be one of the participants and member of Education for All Coalition. Again, you'll be the part of the conference. Una they work with schools them as well as teachers them. First and foremost, what now you take on the conference we they organize?
Thank you very much for this opportunity and also for asking such a wonderful question. You know, my overall impression about the conference and be very good, just like how the national coordinator for network movement for youth and children's affairs, Dominic and Claire, that challenges been there where, you know, before the reopening of schools, which teachers have been faced. And with the CSOs, then we've been convening a meeting, you know, we actually been support and other partners them for ensure CS we discuss first as CSOs and also look at what's the implication behind this, because we also definitely get for affect education outcomes, because the one day we actually in key players for deliver quality education then become affected. Over 4,462 teachers been get issue where they not be able to account for, where perhaps they not be able for, you know, they remove them from the payroll. One say then they get some high economic implication. So that's the root cause will lead to this conference, just like how Mr. Hajiba don't get it right. So the conference, one of the good things we've been for happen, you know, we been very inclusive, meaning we able for map out key stakeholders them nationwide, education stakeholders and so to say, and with the CSOs them, you know, where with thematic area of intervention get for do about working and supporting government for promote quality education, and also even the teachers them being a part of this development. So it's like you know, every district be able for represented on this conference. So it's like even the international partners like the EU and Ireland, you know, other partners them way been on the push so far, been a part of this particular conference. So of course it's been very inclusive, and the way they been designed the conference, it been giving opportunity for we dialogue. Okay. And we able for reflect. Then we talk on issues them way actually they affect education, but we also look at the also good part, the progress we will make, you know, from after independence to date, because we have been factor universities inside. Like somebody been represented from the Faculty of History and African Studies from Fobe College, and when a strong historian, you know, we've been able to build with capacity and remind we the educational journey we sort of move so far from 1990 to date. Okay. And also we'll be able to forget you know, we able to forget various speakers them we don't work within the WIEC, even the Deputy Commissioner of the Anti-Corruption Commissioner been there for able to talk about their work on, you know, promoting accountability within the education sector. So if you imagine, of course, we've been there with Anchor, when at the moderator, when a very seasoned journalist. We also take Celio as international level when Omaro Fofana been served as the chairperson for this occasion. Okay. So, you know, a whole of stakeholders we wish for municipal that they be able to be in attendance, and we deliberate on that issues. They followed with 3 thematic panel discussion programs different experts from different area of expertise in education.
Okay, okay. You know, one a civil society organization.
Yeah.
Where they work on education, and they work with schools and teachers. Them.
Yeah.
I'm from Mr. Ba. He mentioned say what will lead to that conference as a result on the side of SLTU that the suspension or the removal of 6,000 teachers from the payroll system, 4,000 teachers from the payroll system, and other things. But as a civil society organization, many people don't they say the standard of education don't they go down, taking into consideration the poor performance of picking them na public exams. As a civil society organization, what will not take? What will you not think say responsible for the poor standard of education?
Social accountability can be a factor, yeah. And when you look at the factors we get for do, where they undermine, the progress of education today, a very broad, but we get to look at them from a different perspective. But I would like to talk about the civil society perspective, point of view on this. So, of course, just imagine they constrain in terms of teacher recruitment. Looking at the teachers that we within the system, looking at the schools, then we see, some disparity in terms of teacher assignments to different schools because of opportunities not able in place. They find out say most of the teachers then, if they come to TSC say they want PIN code, then they don't go to the provinces for get PIN code. Just after 1-2 years or less than that, then come to urban centers because of basic amenities. Then the one they within the provincial areas and the remote areas, then they because they tell they need PIN code. Just after that, so not even tell goodbye to the head teachers then. Then they left them schools and they move to Usai, then Kibu forget some basic social amenities. This is now one of the factors where they undermine. They find out say, we get less teachers then. We qualify now the rural remote communities then. The one that we can see within the schooling system, perhaps not just about them young man, then we just sit back, just sit to us. They come for support as community teachers then. Then they don't get that training, they don't get the expertise. And when we talk about foundational learning, especially within pre-primary to primary school, we need trained and qualified teachers. We need for build that foundation, within at that level. But they find out say the few qualified teachers that we do within the community, then schools and then province and then they teach maybe the higher classes, They take and say they go teach now the lower primary level, like the motion for them, there is like they know they boost the morale. So what is the undermine the quality of education? Get to do with integrity, that's one of the first things. Today with school system, with education system, the value of integrity don't drop drastically with many factors responsible. For example, if somebody don't pass WAS, after WAS result come just like what you say, back and NPSC. Now we know with the system we know the rate posting based on the results we present to we. Yeah, most of the examination, the colleges, them higher institution of learning, then get what they call interview or assessment for let somebody go through the system. You cannot get A's and B's in mathematics, for example. Simple, question and we ask you do the interview, then they expect to say with that kind of results we present, if we're able to reflect in terms of performance, this not to this way they see. Okay. So they find out say this thing we call examination malpractice. Yeah, they don't serve as a very strong force. We don't drop down the standard of education. But as I tell you, WAEC can be represented in this conference. We discuss a lot around that. So you will find it interesting. See, most of we parent them when they listen to we. They're willing for buy expensive phone them for them picking and during the exams here. Yeah. First time when they say NPSC, na whole party. No, sorry, na whole party. Everybody they cook, go food. Everybody just don't conspire. For able to undermine the quality of education. That picking they go sit, they picking safe in the hands of teachers. But they see parents, then they move for go. The one way they run private schools, I don't know what thing they use actually. Then they always go do whatever it takes, for ensure say yes. Then schools they make name. But when you go actually you assess that picking, actually they reflect the educational outcome we want to achieve. So then corruption are one of the key things we get for with integrity. And of course, teachers they not agree for stay within the remote communities. Them due to the obvious reasons I mentioned. Okay, I will talk more about that.
Okay,
yeah.
In name Alpha Barry team lead community solidarity to improve life and also member education for all coalition. I come over to my other studio guest when Ajiba. You talk about one of the concerns them we SLTU give not that they not be feel happy over the suspension of 4,000 teachers them, and also talk about data system we do not get for improve for respond to the quality or for respond to the welfare of teachers them. But many people also don't they blame the teachers them, say they're not they pay or not only committed to their job in terms of engaging in business, doing school hours. Some teachers not even show up school hours, and also many people only say also the kind of teachers them way they in a classroom nor actually the measure to the kind of subjects them, and because of that the students are not able to get that kind of quality education we they're supposed to get. One of the civil society organization that they work for ensure quality education at the country. Then factors they also be discussed during the inside the conference.
Yes, it's been discussed, and I tell you also about deepen, in ideally deepen reflection, and the way back what they say, will not be biased to even the teachers. The way you will see, even though we don't blame them, that performance, that one of low performance, that teacher their responsibility, but for make the conference be fair to everybody. We look at 3 key areas here. One, the teacher, the role, and the condition in delivering quality education. Yeah. The second, we look at the issue of education governance and accountability. We talk so in terms of accountability, how the teacher they govern themselves, how the school management they govern themselves, what for lead for make we get quality education. Then even the role of the parents and also the students and the communities, because it's very key. So school and like community schools. So schools are even community school, like government school, but the school management committee, I call it it become of in community members them, where not join the manager. So when you compass all that and they will look at and deep in, look at the problem and how we will solve. When we look at like education, governance and accountability, we look at the school subsidies. Money they give to the schools. We will motivate the school for me to perform very well. You don't understand how the manager, how involving the head teacher, the proprietor, and also the school itself. You talk about things that will make the teacher stay in a school like a wash, in terms of all the cares them part of the allowance.
But we see government come with the free quality education, and also increase the budget allocation to the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary to 21%, of which we government still maintain.
Yes.
Many people go to say, and also ensure say they establish the Teaching Service Commission for look after the recruitment and welfare of teachers them in the country.
Yeah.
Other people go say government on the other side don't try for say they improve the quality of education. But what about the teachers? What about the students?
Yeah, but that are the challenge. We talk about look at the challenges then plenty. Now even setting up the Teacher Service Commission like good initiative, like good idea, but the even the TSC been there, it's try for explain, they understand the challenges that they face. And one of the challenges that they face is say now the own capacity for able to perform, able to perform, the own function. And when you look at them, they perform their own function, but how accountable? And that's what we see that request for information. Like all we can say, each district for able to tell we how many teachers government gets over pin code, where they teach in a social district. And who said they allocate them? Who school they teach? So government for monitor. You don't understand? So if you're not going to continue, they demand say you need support. First of all, be accountable. If you say that, for example, we got 15 staff. That 15 staff are therefore available. So I mean, we provide the information. So at this time, that's not the big challenge. So always they monitor the schools. The school go tell you say we lack of teachers.
So how this conference came for changing narratives?
Well, we don't get the report. The draft report only out now. We review the draft report, and we share with the ministry. The Ministry of Education self not be able to attend.
Because that's my next question.
Yes.
When they talk about education, and the ministry we responsible for education in the country, not be even present at the meeting.
Yes.
When I feel disappointed.
Well, I don't want to feel disappointed to an extent.
Or not be invite them.
Yes, we invite them. We follow up with the PA. It say they get some challenges for attend the conference. But the only disappointed is that they not will tell we they go attend, they don't go attend. They allow we put at the program, say to the day.
But
so
the so the challenges we make them not attend the
conference. They don't even communicate to me. So the guy say that now we challenge with them. But them tell we say they get challenges for attend the conference. But we can't understand say lots of education activities they right around the country.
But
well,
this is a conference we say stakeholders them now the education sector come together, including civil society bodies them and teachers and other bodies them come together for discuss about the state of education of the country. And if the body where they in charge for ensure say they push education go before now the country not present.
That I don't see. So we follow up because we get lots of present to the ministry from the conference. We send letters 2 weeks before the conference. And we engage the personal assistant through phones. Say 2 days before the conference, it's still they say challenge, but never tell you say challenge, they say the minister no go or a representative no go. So you can tell you go back, engage the ministry on this.
Okay.
We maybe this week we send a letter back to the minister and we express we concern, why make the ministry reply to we will explain and also because we talk about work with them on the recommendations.
Okay.
Because recommendation they get mild recommendations, but we also get tough recommendations. With that recommendation they therefore lead not only to the MDSSC but also the other senior education ministry where maybe we invite them partners, they would link with them. But in terms of the ministry, we just invite one minister for get a keynote because we see they work together. But like more to be done. Like I say, we need them still for work with them. So then I say we will go back to them and see if what are the challenges will lead to make the noble attend or communicate to which the noble attend.
We go can look at some of the recommendations then where they inside the report and how owner go work or monitor for say some of the recommendations here so and either the ministry or the different partners then implement them recommendations them also. In name na Ajiba, coordinator network movement for youth and children's welfare salon. I will come to you Alpha Barry before we go for this break. As a civil society organization, you feel disappointed where the ministry not be take part na the conference?
Yeah, of course, we expectation been high, and of course, now one of the key stakeholders and the way we've been for to see. But just like what you say, how coordinator put them right, and then extend an invitation to them formally, for them for come be even give the keynote address. Because when you look at the agenda, pathway during the program, the coordinator then get for try for readjust, for let the thing come on fine. So specifically, the keynote address being there for Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. Yeah. So, well, actually, certain things they actually they beyond we control. Like for example, the role follow we coordinate this thing. Now for make sure say we inform them at least 2 weeks ahead. Make follow up. But we not get control for say therefore able to attend that in the maybe due to obvious reasons. But as we speak now, we still not able to forget again reason why they're not able for sure. But we actually I'm not gonna say we're totally disappointed, but we'll be for see them more, on this inclusive national dialogue. Yeah.
Okay. Continue for the with me now the program in name Alpha Bibagi, team lead community solidarity to improve life and also member education for all coalition. Now continue for the with me now the program a midday show. They come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. You can be part of the program by way go send message to the number 077-981-981 or you go now we get the Democracy Facebook page website. You go follow the program live, drop a question or comment on the issue we'll discuss inside the program today. As today we will look at the state of education now the country and I get to civil society organizations them wey don dey work on education for talk about the conference wey dey be hold this BNTM for look wetin responsible for the poor standard of pikin dem na public exams. Now continue for the with me na the program as we dey go for this break. The program I'm midday show and they come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. The program they continue. Inside the program they look at another issues. I want town hall meeting where the National Revenue Authority hold for different business people on the electronic cash register machine. The Commissioner General and the National Revenue Authority, General Bangura, don't call on business people for they pay them tax them. As he say, government they use them money they also for do plenty things them for improve the country. I get more in Gona report.
Government from term to term can get strength to the tax collection strategy in the country. The National Revenue Authority for long term now don't they monitor the different tax collection process them so that government will get scope for implement policy and action them. But as the authority, this BNTM done the work for get strength to the digitalization strategy and tax collection business. Make the don't agree for make all business institution them use the electronic cash register machine. But first, let me listen why the National Revenue Authority make this move.
We're not give you the machine because we feel say you need for pay tax, GST. We give you the machine first of all because of the location we strongly believe as an institution, if you dare that the area we not capture, that the CBD, and you did do business, then you need to forget the machine. But most importantly, when they talk about fair taxation, you know what they not the CBD, you never get machine, but you not get machine. Not a fair taxation, Nandy. And for we not the NRA, we push for make sure say, what's in we they do to business A, we they do to business B.
Madam Jeneba Bangua continue for encourage business people for they pay them tax them. As this is say, them corporate and government they use for do plenty thing them for develop the country.
We get so many other service systems where the government they provide, and outside the government they pay the money. And the tax system, where would it pay me and you? Because we already are. We are also taxpayers. And we, unlike Una, we will not get choice. When you come at the end of the month, then they cut the tax. Because governments know who sign we there as taxpayers. So we they pay tax just like government said they pay tax. And at the tax system where we all they pay, now the government they use for provide the service system where we all need and all the benefits from.
Madam Jeneba Bangua been saying we so talk about the ECR machine. As it say, people know for careless the machine and then for use them for the right purpose.
Any machine where they can get warranty, even the phones they will get, you get warranty. But if you purposely careless your machine, just like the phone they will get warranty, but if you take an open inside water, you know go to the manufacturer and say I don't open inside water, therefore you forgive me another one because I had to open inside water. So you people make sure say you keep them safe.
Inside Ion Talk, the Commissioner Domestic Tax Department, James Tembe, say if any business people get issue with the machine, the different NRA office then they, where then go take this machine for make them look and amend the problem.
When the machine malfunction, we get offices across the country. We get the offices there. Go to the offices there and see the machine malfunction, somebody go help. But inside Fruitmore, I want to encourage you for go to Ekura Street. We get to the office there. Go to Ekura Street. But that don't mean that if you go now with this room, somebody will talk to you.
Inside this town hall meeting with the National Revenue Authority be all on the ECR machine, they may engage different business people them and at this them gets for sale.
The challenge you give NRA, that is challenge you give the 1st of January 2010, and that is the knowledge. We may say this for one parliament so that the parliamentarians will help tell the population say for anything we buy in a salon today, you get for pay 15%. So if they do this for we, now they don't ease your own burden. Like we travel in other country, we go buy coffee and they say this coffee now $1. But when come for can't pay for the coffee now and say you have to pay $1.15. So if now so they operate, we not get problem with nobody. But the fear of this machine, I think that the education from NRA itself, because anything that hero they put on, as long as one fair excuse for himself.
When they use the machine, but like we will get shop soon. You get people the way that traders the way they sell outside. If me they sell material, I say 50 loans for 1 meter or 1 yard, then I get for give receipt. Then the customer when they can buy it to me, where I get the receipt, they ask me say, hey, you say 50 loans, but money they on top. I get for educate them about that. But some people the way you educate them, and they go back. They will go say, when can I ask you the price? They go say, yeah, before the lab buy it to the one when they front you shop. You don't get machine.
Then different business people they also end up assure the National Revenue Authority say then go work together with them, then get at the right revenue. For Radio Democracy, Mina Theodora Rena the report.
In the program Amide Show, they come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. I come to you, Ajipa. You talk about recommendations the way you say Una be put together inside this conference we Una own. What are some of the recommendations here?
Yeah, I think one for strengthening the system, the governance system of education, not only at school level, but at even district level in terms of monitoring. Then also involvement of community participation in terms of integrity of teachers as well as students them. For build learning, for reduce exam malpractice, also training, continuous training of teachers as well as administrative staff in terms of understanding the challenges that we get now and how to improve on them. Then the issue about building the capacity of the teachers, the union body on SLTU. For me, they're able to perform their function. Then the issue of the ministry they call for the ministry for able for look at challenges them regarding in terms of welfare of more especially than we not get pin code. We then they deploy in the schools them because government will give pin code and go, but how government will manage short situation. Sudan have come out, and I think these are the key one that we come out. But like the other main one are issue about performance, how performance will be the key outcome. Not just government for they contribute, citizens they contribute. Then what will be the end input now for citizens how picking them when they pass, then go university, then return back and for deliver the working places. And also not for just the picking them just pass no more, but not then pass with a fear pass. Look at the issue of fear pass. We will get to our accept in there, they might share your idea, your experience, how for make anything the easy. We don't be able to get TVS for make statement, but TVS be because TVS get their own skills. Because one thing we don't see, also all picking go get that kind knowledge for go do medical, but at least the other arms and the way like the Asian they benefit from. We go train the picking, get education, but also get a skill knowledge back up with education. We will get results for society. Because about result for society, not about result for the individual alone. Like you get a book, the only book that you've created, the waka waka. Looking at the output, that will benefit from your education you don't get. So that kind of thing, they all are part of the recommendation. So it's so comparison,
The ministry not be present in this conference, but now put recommendations there together in the form of reports.
Yeah.
This report will not put together. What's next?
Yeah, well, it is at a draft stage. The report, not the draft don't come out. We look at them. We'll share to partners them. Mind you, Network Movement for Education Welfare, YASDEF, with support from ActionAid and Irish Aid. But if you look at the background of the conference, not to the normal, because all the organizations will be done there with the plan for share with them, the EFA, one pit, but both organizations will be done the full route, will share with them. So they go, maybe they will say, no match this recommendation, or not push recommendation down, because we need to see how we will table these recommendations to the Ministry of Education. To the office of the minister, they will look at them, then we'll see how they take them from there. But I think say some aspect of the recommendation, the public need to know the progress of them. Whether than the ability we key as an organization. Because every 2-3 months we come back to the public and say no recommendation A, B, C, and D, now this.
Because at that next question, whether or not go for the monitor the implementation of their recommendations there.
Yeah, I think not only monitoring, but now for see how we all go work to make it happen. Because mind you, I don't tell you say we don't work on education. Like we monitor schools them, we also build capacity of schools them. But like work with SLTU, we send a number of educational coalition, they'll get programs they want to do with schools. So like not to say like we will also say no, make government go ahead with this recommendation implement them. No, we set up one for the part of them. Okay. So meaning we will not provide the resources. But if the government train teachers, they will be part of that. The issue of secrecy in the Teacher Service Commission for published teachers, them, we approve, what they are, we need to forget them. So we don't have to see them display them. Like way information they can say, they do very well in Cambia. Once you say even the Western world, it happen. Now free to happen. So all over. So one be part of them. So we go take them out to the public, say, oh, this they happen, go will not say this. That teachers have done it for some years. They don't get PIN code. They don't get code. They say, hey, we don't get PIN code. Tell them come. We say we get PIN code. So I can't tell you what to do. One work with them the recommendations. Not all of them implement them, but side by side, make sure say how the implementation they happen. We say to make sure say we enforce them and we continue for sustainability.
Enyemna Ajiba, Coordinator Network Movement for Youth and Children Welfare Salon, as they talk about the conference where we all this BNTM we get for do with education business in the country. I come over to my other studio guest, we in Alpha Bibari team lead. During this conference, they develop a report outside recommendations and the what will make up of the recommendations here so?
Just like we said, it's from the civil society point of view, and the plan for VETA the report is with key focus on the recommendations then. So currently be a working document until we get for look at all partners the way and coalitions the way we work with that we look at this, because like we don't want to send multiple reports to ministry. We get for try to address the issues around education. Yeah, so just want to get a consolidated report. We all go down, sit down, we look at everybody don't make inputs. We get to one consolidated plan with the move out and then well at the time being, the recommendations the way we see on the draft report, I think if we will push that far, we go likely see continuous transformation within the education sector.
Why you say so?
Because for instance, if the one part of the recommendation the way they say let we restructure the school management committees, yeah, and provide for them capacity. Like not just being away subsidy can and go sign and commodity. Meaning the way they institute and constitute them structures here at times because we like for reference the rural communities, that they more the problem than they. The committees and the composition is just like family something. Maybe sometimes the chief, the head teacher, not a relative or an in-law or something, that all can come together. So if you get that kind of set up within the institution, accountability issue going to be a problem. Everybody can just take and say, I do this, they go with impunity. Of course, that man with the head of that institution, we check when I'm in law. So it's like, let me ensure they get the right people on board during 1990. Now, one of the very good things we may see in that report. And also for provide for them, fundamental training on their role and responsibilities, yeah? And also for building capacity of communities, the homes them, including the student them, all contribute towards promoting quality education outcome.
Them different recommendations here, so una go for the money go to the schools them because una they deal with schools them. Una also go for the go to the schools them for CC. While government and the ministry they play their own part, the teachers themselves they play their own part for CC. They improve the standard of education in the country.
Yes, of course, like continuous process because anything we get to do with behavioral change, it need consistency. We don't do on them, yeah. And this work. Now that make you see, we say national education stakeholders conference, meaning all key players, we come together for let we reflect, and one of the action point that we'll move there with now like let we shift from just words and let we take concrete and appropriate action for support the education system in this country. So it's like everybody get for playing your individual role. Let we do something this time around differently. For more things they happen. For example, if network movement for youth and children's affairs, when you monitor school maybe just 1 or 2 times a month, they also advocate for the increase in number of visits to the schools because the more you frequent to the schools, the more you see problems, the more you able to get the opportunity for address them. So it's like now this would be one for say, even the in terms of resources, supports, and opportunities that we do within the schooling system, we want to see more commitment on this. So it's like we're not going to let this work in the hands of government alone. We're not going to let this work in the hands of partners the way they give the money alone. But we safe with it as CSOs. We know the go no side. So if you have oil, that we more go affect. So definitely we will continue for push and should say yes, we get there. One thing we make progress, but as we make progress now, so then they counter them progress and they with new challenges the way they emerge. Technology that now one. I just talk about the phone business now. Before we turn, they tell people in the city to us. Some few years back, get access to technology. But now people and students are not so lazy. So it's like a continuous engagement. Let's make use of the social media. The positive use of the media, it helps with follow. We get a lot of learning resources. The ministry don't try. They don't put a platform in place wherein it maybe not cost you much. You access resources. But what thing happen today with students of these days that they just rely on distractors and they distract them from paying attention to them book learning. So now that make they find out say somebody go don't come out, you don't get in paper where you come, you tram, definitely go get you actually realize something is actually missing.
So you
yeah.
you get that thought that, or you think that with their recommendations here, so the standard of education, if implemented, will be improved.
Definitely. Like one day we'll talk about autographic recording. Somebody do that presentation, that recommendation, the way you don't see work in another country. This day for track teacher attendance. And we hope say either TSC, they work on that. Meaning, if you're in a particular remote, even the most remote village you did it, then they able for track attendance, they able for no. Or that host teacher will report for work today in a specific day. So it's like now a digital system. If that happen, maybe it can happen biometrically, it even able for send signal information, say X, Y, and Z. At times teachers they left the time book, they schools them, then go to other business, especially within working hours. So it's like some of them things, and then one of the good recommendations in the university stands out because for able to get educational outcome, the teacher always available for guide the learning process.
Okay.
So this is one good thing. Now this current system what they use, you go you sign. Of course, if I don't come for 3 days, the day where I go come, I just take a sign because nobody they sign. I left them space 10 days, and they can't assign. But if you get something with for track, say yes, this day you present. Somebody no go do on your behalf. Definitely, I think we're able for improve on the teaching, the learning outcome using the combination in the year. One for see that happen at Sierra Leone.
And name the Alpha Barry team lead community solidarity to improve life and also member education for all coalition. I come over to Ajiba. Even though they work towards improving the standard of teachers them, but what about the school picking them as well? Also they engage the school picking them for tell them but their roles and responsibility and what they need for do for ensure say they're able for concentrate on the book learning.
Yeah, I think that's a very good question. And I would say yes, but also limited. Limited in the sense that you need additional skill for engaging picking them beyond watching the teacher responsibility. Next year we will likely start a new program where different what they do. We will still on the pipeline for work with right to play, for see how we get right to play the strategy in helping the picking them. Because normally what we don't do now holiday classes we organize free, then also we make sure say the picking them, that morning time where they're late, instead of the hangout, we make sure say we encourage them for face the school. Authorities take the small punishment, then go to classroom. And sometimes we make sure say we engage the school, then go waiver the punishment, then go to school. So this now what we don't do. But basically in terms of the performance, we normally begin do it. We will start with one when library. We do a discussion for see how we will begin move them from the community, not then go to library.
Okay.
Because we see say the time where they will get for study, we will not disturb them, distraction, it's very difficult. So but going to the libraries, we will starting to most districts now get library. So the campaign will be done start and we want to see how we will push them so at least teachers don't make their own effort, it go in vain. We make the people able for study on their own, and take education very serious.
So with regard to the reports where they at the draft stage, when the final reports go come out?
No, very soon. This week we'll get the reports because we partner they go and they go for holiday very soon. So the report will come out and we'll make sure say we take them to the ministry with partners them. Then we'll see how we go out and call them. We will keep update the public and how far we don't go and work with not only the Ministry of Education but the Teacher Service Commission, the SLTU, NACOT, all them bodies that we get tied to improvement of education. We're ready for work with them and for get continuous dialogue because even when you get the conference of principals, that's a brilliant conference and they make brilliant. They go back and say, we will get people that will have veteran education is them. We will give history how education will succeed. So that from there we want to take up and they don't play say they must support we.
So finally, as we round up,
Yeah,
what
well,
your message?
I just want to tell parents them that they are we will all join on for me to say we improve the education system. The education system improve, then we pick it and go benefit, and the nation go benefit. To the teachers them, please, they are gonna continue our loyalty. The loyalty we they give to the picking them, the last same loyalty they give will be land book. So that I want to tell them and thank you. We wanna listen to it.
Okay. In name na Ajiba, Coordinator Network Movement for Youth and Children's Welfare Salon. Alpha Barry, as we round up, what will be your message?
Thank you very much, of course, to the sponsors of this particular thing, and also now for Hostwe, and to the listeners and down there. And my last message on this particular discussion, for tell parents and remind every citizen that we get a role for play. Let we not leave this in the hands of government alone. Let we continue for monitor, we picking them. Let we support the schools them. So with this, we want for tell them say we will continue for engage the media for raise awareness on things then with the help for address the challenges that we face within the education system and provide solutions. We go take it to the next level for a better Sierra Leone. Thank you very much.
Alpha B Barry team lead community solidarity to improve life, and also na be participant na this conference and member the Education for All Coalition, where we don't share in light about the conference, and also we don't talk to Ajiba, we na the coordinator Network Movement for Youth and Children's Welfare Salon, where now the organization we come together with other body them for CC the hold this conference for look at some of the things that we're responsible for the post standard of education and how they go work with the ministry and government for CC the improve education business in the country. One for say plenty thank you to Una for Una be taking our time for be part of the program today. Well, now we'll bring down the curtain for today's edition of the program Midday Show. Plenty thank you to me producer Sapchi Kalon and to DJ Cliff for technical support, and Mary Kamara Bangura. We make una see we live now on Facebook page. So till we meet again, me and Adiyemi Jackson they say goodbye.